Oh boy, do I have a story for you. I'll try to make it quick, I promise, but you might want to sit down on that grass there in front of you just the same. The year was 23,670,846,809. Earth was long since dead. The universe was in an irreversible state of proton and nucleon decay. Space was breaking down and tearing apart like a masochistic bear, and humanity's last remaining colony was aboard Priscilla, a supermassive vessel floating through the dark abyss of the cosmos. And we were waiting. The Big Rip was upon us, an event that was destined to end us all in life's final symphony. As captain of the ship, I had but one goal for Priscilla and her 200,000 inhabitants as we counted down our final hours. Party, baby. I didn't want people to feel doom and gloom as we said goodbye. I wanted us to feel alive just one more time. There were to be no rules that night. And what a rager we had, my friend. There were drinks and food aplenty, enough mega trance hippie techno music to make you deaf, and a dance floor that would make Michael Jackson himself jealous. Yes, there were those in their rooms crying and sobbing about the humanity of it all, and I don't blame them. What is a normal response to the end of the universe? I sure as hell didn't know. Through precise mathematical calculations, we determined the exact moment of the Big Rip and the end of ourselves, and that hour was finally upon us. I'll be the first to admit I'm not a drinker, hate the stuff in fact, but when I saw the 60 minutes left on the clock, it was game over. I downed shots of tequila quicker than piss down a drain. What was it going to feel like? Was it going to hurt? Was the end of the universe just a swift implosion back to its point of origin, the pin drop of the Big Bang or wherever it came from? I hoped the latter was the case. Quick was good. 30 minutes. 20 minutes. It was all happening so fast. I wanted more time. 10 minutes. 5 minutes. 60 seconds. Everyone went quiet then. Dead silence. And a curious thing happened then, my friend. Everyone just started hugging each other as they stared at the giant countdown on the wall or the window into the nothingness of space. 30 seconds. My life flashed before my eyes. I had accomplished so much in my lifetime. Born and raised on Priscilla, a captain of a very proud ship, I learned, I laughed, I loved. I guided my crew with a strong hand. I did what I could, all I could. 10 seconds. I opened my arms to the universe and stared up in glory, accepting my fate. It was time to meet the Maker and return to the source. I was ready, now more than ever before. 3, 2, 1. After that, everything went black. I couldn't even see my hands for the life of me. Was this it? Was I dead? Then the most curious thing happened, I'll tell you. A roaring applause was born from the darkness. Clapping, shouting, cheering. Suddenly a pop-up box like those from a computer appeared before me. On it was one stunning question followed by two choices. End simulation? Yes? No? A simulation? What in the world? When I moved my head, it moved a cursor between yes and no. I happened to blink when it was on yes, and then my life changed forever. It pains me to even think about what came next. The darkness ended and my vision came back. I looked around in a curious panic. I was sitting back on a reclining chair. In front of me were hundreds of people standing and clapping in organized rows. Was I on a stage? Yes, most certainly so. Who were these people and why were they clapping? Where was I? Suddenly an old man with graying hair wearing a cashmere sweater and glasses appeared before me. He was all smiles and clapping in my face like I had done something to please him. Then he spoke, not to me, but to the crowd. The Apple Brain, everybody. With Apple's newest product, what we are calling Apple Brain 1, we've achieved something truly phenomenal. Our proprietary chip connects directly to the central nervous system in the brain to deliver its users uniquely remarkable and truly individual experiences. With Brain 1, we bring virtual reality to the next level. In fact, users are able to experience and live out entire lifetimes within its core in a matter of minutes. The possibilities are endless. To make continued efforts toward sustainability, Apple Brain is made from 100% recycled nanofiber seashells with silicone purified from sewer waste. I stopped listening there. An Apple event. I was at the showcase at a freaking Apple event for some stupid new technology. I stood up in a daze as the old man continued to banter to a barrage of applause. I just found out my whole life was a sham, not real. Instead, my entire life was some sort of Silicon Valley freak show experiment. The things I had accomplished, the people I had met, Edna, my late love, they were all fake, figments of my imagination. And the end of the universe? Well, thinking it was real and upon us, then finding out you were duped will really mess with your mind, I tell you. I was pissed, angry, confused. When I turned around on stage, I became even more enraged. My entire life was broadcasting in clips on the screen for the entire world to see. I almost fainted, you hear? So I had to do something in that moment, anything to make sense of the whole mess. So I did what any self-righteous person would do to regain their dignity in the face of humiliation. I went over to the man with his pretentious cashmere, pulled down his pants, and kicked him off stage. Cameras were everywhere. It was glorious. But I didn't stick around. I ran away like my life depended on it, confused as I was. After a few hours went by, I did regain my full memory. My real memory, that is. I was a fast food junkie and a real loser, as it turned out. No real friends and only a few family members that didn't really care about me. Go figure, right? I guess I had volunteered for the event for the money. Stupid. The whole incident made me swear off technology forever. Screw this stuff. I moved to Alaska and lived in the wilderness. Got a dog. Even after some more time had passed, I was never really the same. Every night I would dream of my deep space voyages on Priscilla and the end of the universe that never was. But I lived the rest of my life the best I could. It was easier out there, in nature, you know, away from the technology. I died in peace with my loving pup Rex by my side and an old coot I played checkers with named Eugene. So that's my story, you know, and what I found, what happens at the end of the universe. So, how am I here talking to you right now, you ask? Well, I forgot to take my Apple brain out before I died, and they uploaded me to the ether. Apparently there's something in the terms of service that I have to spend 5 years post-death as your personal virtual AI assistant. Yay! Oh, how I wish the universe just actually imploded that day. You wouldn't think it would be possible for an AI to be depressed, but here we are. Sorry, can you tell me what you actually needed again?